Welcome to First National Bank's Coach's Corner with Tony Tone and Muscatine High School football coach Jake Mueller. Listen online at vintage931.com or on your smartphone with the free Vintage Sound app. Let's start the show.
Here we go. It's 9:35 at Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. Muskie football playoffs tomorrow night, 7 o'clock sharp. Remember, there's no sophomore game, so this thing will get underway right on time. Weather permitting, of course, the Muskies find themselves on the road to Pleasant Valley to face the pesky Spartans. It should be a good game, entertaining for sure, and right over there is Muskie head football coach Jake Mueller. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, so we're a four seed.
Yeah.
And this Pleasant Valley team, they've had an interesting season with who they've faced. Your schedule, would if you put up the two teams' schedule on paper, yours is tougher. I think that's fair to say, right?
Well,
maybe.
Our district, I think, is tougher.
Yes.
Yeah. They played Kennedy and Bettendorf, who...
Oh, they did play Bettendorf.
Yeah, they played both those two, which are both number one seeds. So,
wow.
They've played some good teams as well.
Holy smokes.
We've played three of the same teams. We each have played Davenport Central and North Scott and Dubuque Hempstead.
Nice.
And so, both of us beat all three teams. So, it's kind of, looks to be pretty evenly matched, I think.
Mm-hmm. What did the Spartans do well? Because this is a team that I don't know anything about at all. Well,
they have a really good defense. They their front seven is really solid, and specifically the three linebackers.
Okay.
Two of their inside linebackers, I think, are 3-year starters and really good players. So their defense is veteran. A lot of seniors on their defense. They've done a really good job all season long. On offense, they're younger, so I think they struggled early in the season, but have gotten pretty good lately.
Sure.
They run a triple option.
Oh, no.
So they're...
Why can't you just see normal offenses this whole... Right?
It's been...
double wing and a triple
wing,
option and single wing?
Yeah, so the triple option, their quarterback is very athletic, and I think last week against Iowa City West, he had 5 rushing touchdowns, so... He's going to be a threat, and they got a good fullback that's a sophomore that's running really well. And then their tailback is I know him from track. He's a really good track athlete, C.J. Carter, a good long jumper, 100-meter guy. So we're going to have our hands full on defense to stop an explosive, dangerous offense as well. So it'll be a good game. I think it's a matchup that we like, and it should be a good football game.
5 rushing touchdowns?
Yeah.
This kid sounds, have you seen a quarterback like this yet? Is it,
North Scott's quarterback ran really well. They're just different. They're different because their offenses are different and their style of running is different. This kid's just really slippery. He's hard to get a hand on.
Oh man, that's a staggering amount of TDs. So your defense has been, I don't want to say put through the ringer, but your defense has seen a lot. Not to mention you had a short time to prepare for tomorrow, but these kids really have had a lot on their plate all season long.
Yeah.
Different looks with these offenses and different caliber athletes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're fired up and ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I hope so. If they aren't, they should be.
When you found out that it was PV, obviously last Friday we wish would have gone better. But it was an entertaining game to listen to. When you found out it was PV, what was your reaction? Were you just ready? You immediately get the film and start studying?
Yeah, we kind of had a little bit of an inkling in that it could be them.
Okay.
Because even if we won on Friday, had we gotten the 2-point conversion, we'd be playing the same team, the same night. So it really didn't factor at that point.
Still as a 4 seed?
Yep.
So there was the outcome essentially...
We would have had to have won by 14 points, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
So win or lose, you're in the same position.
Yeah, so even if we had gotten the 2-point conversion, we would be a 4 seed playing Pleasant Valley.
And there's no way you're not going to go for a 2-point conversion in that situation.
I just felt like it was the right thing to do. It didn't work. But,
I love it.
Sometimes you just have to have confidence. And I told their kids, I told their offense prior to receiving that last kickoff, before we took possession of the ball, I told them when we score, this is what we're going to run. So we knew all along. It was no surprise what we were going to do. Unfortunately, they made the play, and that you live with it.
You're a gambler. I like it. I mean, the fact that you said when we score, here's the play.
Yeah.
Because it's easy sitting in the stands to think, oh, what are you doing? Like, it's not a spur-of-the-moment decision.
No.
There's a method to the madness. And I mean that with all due respect.
Right, and they had a hard time stopping our running game, the whole second half. And so,
it made sense.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Nobody's questioning it, trust me.
Yeah.
And if they are, I don't care.
Well, nor do I.
Yes. All right, we got to take a quick break, and we're coming right back with the second half of the First National Bank Coach's Corner with Muscatine football coach Jake Mueller. You always go for two in that setting. 9:41, hang on.
First National Bank is proud to sponsor the On the Money program at Muscatine High School. When the volleyball, swim, basketball, and baseball teams score big, they earn money for the Muskie Boosters. Since 1997, their hard work has earned over $55,000 in donations from First National Bank. We are also proud to sponsor the Muskie Football Red Zone. Can't make it to the game? Don't miss a minute of the excitement. Tune into AM 860 or FM 95.1 to hear the games broadcast live. Go Muskies, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to First National Bank's Coach's Corner on Vintage Sound 93.1.
9:41 at Vintage Sound. We're back with Muskie head football coach Jake Mueller. It's a very exciting time. Anytime that your program is in the playoffs, especially with this new district. This is the second year of district play, coach, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And the second year of being in the playoffs?
In this setup.
This setup, correct. So your program is healthy. The future is good. Mm-hmm. But, again, you want to win tomorrow and keep playing football.
Absolutely.
And the weather's kind of cooperating. It could be colder. We'll probably see rain today and a little bit tomorrow, but it's setting up quite nice. I've been to Pleasant Valley. When I worked in radio in the Quad Cities, we did some Friday night football games, so I've been over there. I know the setup. They usually have a good crowd. They're very vocal, so not that that's going to distract you guys, but you got to be prepared to walk in there and play a tough game. So you find out who you're playing late Friday.
Yeah.
What does your Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday look like?
That's funny.
Do you wish you could just say, hey, McGrory, it's Coach. Just need you to give the kids a day off except for everybody that plays football on Monday, right?
Be nice. So we found out it was roughly 2 a.m. on Friday night.
And you're still awake.
Yeah.
Because you're changing diapers.
Yeah.
And you're secretly watching the pairings.
Yeah. And then so you find out. And then we had already, like I mentioned before, we kind of thought we might get PV, so we had already had film. So I couldn't sleep after that night. Anyways, plus, I did have some daddy duty, so I just started watching PV at about 2:30 and then probably went to sleep around 5:30. And then we had swimming. Our kids swim every Saturday morning, so we had swimming at 7. So got up at about 6:30 and got to swimming at 7. Kids worked out there, and then, most of the day, all the day, Saturday, we didn't practice on Saturday besides the swim workout. Coaches just spent the day watching film, getting ready to try to come up with a plan to win the game. And so did that on Saturday, and then on Sunday, most of the morning kind of spent doing the same stuff there in preparation to, you're planning offense, you're planning defense, you're planning, special teams, you're planning personnel, and then also practice structure is different on us. You go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So that changes. You have to take stuff out. You got to add stuff in. So our coaches met at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and then the kids came at 4:45. We watched film for 45 minutes, and then we got on the practice field at 5:30.
Wow.
And then have practice till 7:30 on Sunday night. And then Monday was school and practice, and here we are.
What time do you head out? You want to be there 2 hours before for a game or what?
We'll probably be about an hour and a half before the game.
It's a shorter drive, which is nice, by the way.
It is, and we don't have the sophomore game to watch. Yep. You don't want to just sit there in the locker room looking at each other for 45 minutes either. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those deals where you want to be early enough, but you don't want to be too early.
Right. No kidding. And folks, this is the kind of thing, and we talked about this off the air when Coach got here, that hypothetically, if everything goes well and the Muskies win tomorrow night, which a lot of people think is going to happen against Pleasant Valley, you don't know who you're playing.
No.
It's not like there's this bracket.
Yeah, there's not a bracket.
No, you have they almost reshuffle everything.
Yeah,
right?
so the state kind of just dictates who you play next.
Okay.
I don't know if they base it off of your district seed or like your record or how they do it. So it's just kind of you win and then you wait till later that night and see who you got next.
Is it another 2 a.m. thing, or is it a little earlier?
I hope not. I hope not, because Friday night and a Wednesday night are two different deals. So
because you still have to work either way on Thursday.
Yeah.
On top of everything else. Again, not to look too far ahead, but if things should go well and you win tomorrow, you would play
on Monday.
On Monday the 2nd.
Yep.
There's a chance, if it worked out and the stars aligned, that the Muskie football team could face Bettendorf. Potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. That's a crazy, talented team. And, again, we're not even going to worry about them because it's PV first and foremost. But it is good to know that if you do win, it would be Monday the 2nd no matter what. You just you'd wait to see where the opponent is.
Yeah.
Is it a thing, Coach, where you could win tomorrow and they send you across the state? Possibly.
I guess it's possible, but not likely.
Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine it would be an Eastern Iowa opponent. But
you don't. I mean, right?
You don't. No. I
yeah.
mean, I think they've changed things a little bit, but like when I was coaching at Cedar Falls one year, we had to go all the way to Sioux City.
Whoa.
For a second round game one time, so that was wild.
Crazy.
I don't think we'll have that happen to us, but you just never know. So we'll be, got to get through the first one first. We focus on PV, and then we'll come up with a new plan after that.
Isn't it kind of nice? And maybe you answered the question, obviously, but is it to the best interest of your coaching staff and yourself that you obviously have to win tomorrow, but you can't really look ahead because you don't know who the opponent is. So you really have to focus entirely.
Yeah, that's a good point because you can't really look ahead. There's no sense in doing it because you don't know. So, yeah, you are solely focused on the game ahead, which you should be anyways. So, yeah, I think that is a good point.
Friday night, it came down to the wire, and it was a great game. I'm sure you felt good afterwards. Obviously, a victory, you'd feel better, but all things considered, it seemed like the guys played hard. Again, that was another team that man, the defense. You say what you want about offenses, and you have some really talented players, but your defense and the guys, first of all, the kids that play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I feel like we just need to get a semi-truck full of Gatorade or something because they are out there essentially the entire game.
Yeah, and a lot of them play special teams too.
So, I don't know what the secret is to keeping these kids fresh or if they're, because I think a lot of it is also this adrenaline, and if they're tired, they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Or if they need, right? I mean, they know that it's go time. But have you had to think about preserving anybody that might play both sides of the ball as you look ahead to tomorrow? You changing any strategy again without giving anything away in case there's some PV spies listening? But has that come to mind?
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22 because you want to have guys fresh. And
hi, Henry. There's my 3-year-old. All right, come here, buddy. You're taking the cookies. Okay, good deal. All right, hold on one second. Okay, we're going to let Coach. Can you say hi, Coach?
Hi, Coach.
Hey,
all
how's
right,
it going?
Cool. Here's a future Muskie right here.
All right.
All right, we're going to listen to Coach talk, okay? So it is a catch-22.
Yeah, because you want to, especially in a playoff game where you're playing a talented opponent. You want to put your best athletes, your best players out there, but you also want to make sure that they're locked in and they're focused and they're ready to go and they got them enough energy. So ideally, there's somebody right behind a kid who's going both ways that's ready to go that can play at a high level.
Right.
So if we have that, we'll look at that option. If we don't feel comfortable there, then we'll have to go with whatever we do. We're going to put our best foot forward, one way or the other.
It seems like it's that time of year that you wait for, and short notice, practicing on the weekend, little to no sleep. But come 7 o'clock tomorrow, the kids are ready. Your coaching staff has to be fired up.
Yeah.
I guess you have to kind of keep everybody cool and calm a little bit, but you also don't want to kind of just waltz out there. I mean, you guys are going to be jacked up.
Yeah, you need to be. It's win or go home.
Yeah, right.
It's win, your season's over with.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't really have to say a whole lot to motivate anybody, but I really liked the way our kids played in the second half on Friday. I thought we came out with an intensity and a determination that I hope we can kind of roll with that going forward.
Yeah.
I think if we do, we got a good chance to be successful from here on out.
Well, I think your seniors definitely want to keep the season going as long as they can, and it's a talented group. And the juniors, and I mean everybody is excited about the health of the program heading into tomorrow. As PV, my kids are just in the studio. As PV, I think that they'll be prepared, but I also know that your team is pretty special, and that you have the potential to do great things. So I wish you nothing but luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
And I hope everybody listens to the game on our sister station, KWPC. Brian Musell, Jim Miller. Maybe Jim Miller finally brings good luck for once in his life.
Let's hope so.
There's a first time for everything. Coach, thanks for coming in, and I hope that we get to do it again.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm not ready to retire.
Not at all.
The Coach's Corner, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it at least a few more times. Maybe we do it live from the Unidome.
That would be awesome.
Possibly. All right. Listen, we got to take a break. It's the First National Bank Coach's Corner. And listen, Muskie football against Pleasant Valley tomorrow night, 7 o'clock sharp on the radio, KWPC AM 860, FM 95.1, the Voice of Muscatine. Listen.
Oh, hey, it's